This is going on to Wednesday's Express. And your country needs you, unless you're white.
Oh, yeah, this is just GBNews, red meat. We love it here.
This is what you wanted GBNews
to
be.
Come on, this is a great story. So, essentially, they have effectively paused hiring white male recruits because they're trying to meet what's somewhat inverted commas impossible diversity targets. And because of that, their head of recruitment, who's the senior female officer, has resigned in protest. This is obviously a terrible time to do this. We've got stuff going on with China, we've got Russia, Ukraine. So the idea that they're not just hiring the best people for the job is, of course, ridiculous. This is and the person in charge is Air Chief Marshal Sir Mike. Now, I read it as Wingston, but it's Wigston because, but the recruitment, they're saying that the critics of this policy are saying the recruitment is just the content of your character, not your sex or your
sure.
of course.
Why not? That's what it should be.
I thought the RAF, you just wanted 20/20 vision and one of those little moustaches like in Top Gun.
You do.
That would be enough.
Yeah,
whether you're a man or a woman, just come in with a moustache.
You need to look like Biggles even if you are a woman. I think that's what they needed. But the thing about this, I remember this row going on about when they were doing diversity quotas for airline pilots in America, and you think, you just want the best person for that job, right? Can we just dispel with this for now? Similarly with the RAF pilots, I would have thought. What is going on, Steve? Because I do kind of think, I remember a few years back when the BBC were advertising for internships for non-whites only, and people were outraged. But now it's just the norm. We just accept that you will be discriminated in terms of your skin colour when going for jobs. That should not happen in a civilised society.
So diversity as a goal is absolutely fine. It's good. It's a thing that would enrich society. The method of bringing it about is the problem, isn't it? Getting it so wrong that what you're effectively doing is no longer trying to find the best pilots. I mean, I'm not an expert in these things, but I imagine being able to fly a plane is pretty darn important.
You would have thought.
If that's what you do.
Yeah.
It is surely possible to find a way that fits them both together, and yet we fall down these traps so quickly by by obsessing about the target. I mean, it's good that the RAF can focus on targets, that's what we need them to, but not necessarily these ones.
But, sometimes there will be disparities, and they're not always explained away because there is bigotry or prejudice at the heart of a system. We say that in certain STEM subjects there are more men than women, but then in certain science subjects, like veterinary science, there are far more women than men. And, we just accept that some people naturally go for different jobs, whatever. But why is there this kind of obsession with getting everything on a par? I mean, I sometimes worry that maybe we've reached a point where we're implementing diversity quotas when they're not needed. I mean, the BBC said they were going to spend £100 million to improve diversity, when all of the studies prove that minority groups are overrepresented in terms of the national proportion on the BBC. So that's a problem that doesn't exist, that they're trying to fix with lots of taxpayers' money. Why do we do this?
And they have a narrow focus about the kind of diversity they're thinking about. At the time, I used to work for the BBC, and I'd be sat around there as a lad from Mansfield, working-class lad, surrounded by people who know which knife and fork to use, and they were talking about avocado. Weird fruit. They're obsessing possibly in the wrong targets or not. They do it with good intent. It's easy to then judge and go, oh, they're disgraceful, these people, to do as you preface this whole topic. The goal is good. It's worth remembering that. But if we could find a better way of bringing it about, we'd solve it.
I just kind of think it's a little bit patronising to everyone.